I think the most challenging part of bringing the show into the future, probably the clothing. Everything else I had a good handle on, but getting a sense for which way fashion blows 30 years in the future was definitely a lot of conversations.
Yeah, but we got the Transformer dress out of it, which was cool.
We did.
Yeah.
Yes, it turns out in the future all clothes transform.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, effortlessly.
That's a future I can get behind. My name is Jonathan Nolan. I'm the co-creator and showrunner of Westworld on HBO. We're here in our offices in Hollywood, California.
Technically, it's my office that we're in.
We're here in her office.
I think it's testament to my superior interior design sense.
That's very true.
I'm Lisa Joy. I am the co-creator and showrunner of Westworld.
One of the things with series that is always a little daunting is when you're looking at the pilot and someone asks you, well, what's episode 6? What's season 3? And with this, we had a very compelling answer, which is season 3 is the moment you get to see the outside world, and the hosts get to see the outside world. If you've trapped the audience in their perspective to that point, then it's delicious experiencing our world from their perspective. The narrative was always intended to be a little more linear. At this point, we're essentially all in the here and now, or the here and then. But I think the fun thing for us about the show from the beginning was the idea that there would be an epic scale to the lives of the hosts, the story of them trying to survive and become a viable rival for humanity here.
We've spent so long examining how the hosts could be like humans. And now this season, we really start to look at humans and how, when they're in the real world, you know, doing their jobs, going home to their apartments, paying bills, they're a lot like hosts. They live on these small loops and they have narratives that they're following that maybe they aren't fully in charge of.
In fact, one of the earliest ideas we had was that, you know, the only way that would be practical would be able to shoot somewhere else for a North American city. I had this kind of eureka moment of, oh, we'll go shoot in a major Asian city and just say it's America. And we thought, that's brilliant. And then we went to the movie theater about 2 weeks later and watched the Spike Jonze film, Her. And Spike had the same exact idea. He'd gone and shot Shanghai for Los Angeles. And so we were disappointed that we didn't get to be the first people to do that, but we were gratified by the idea that it really worked. It worked beautifully in that.
I thought the transportation, which you're a big nerd about, was pretty fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Our approach has always been practical first. We have an incredibly talented vis effects department, but our goal is to use them as little as possible. Creating a flying vehicle, it turns out you'd need to talk to the FAA and a bunch of other people in order to actually build one. We actually built the autonomous cars that everyone rides around in. The personal air transportation was a lot of fun, but also challenging to figure out exactly how to put that in front of the camera.
I'm gonna show this world for what it really is. Welcome to the end of the game.
We imagined a future that was quite linear from where we are right now. Imagine that nothing really changes and that the trends that we're all seeing play out continue to play out as they have done on a number of different levels, in terms of economic equality, in terms of technological equality, in terms of algorithmic determinism and the ways in which the world is ever more shaped by license we've given to these machines to kind of direct things. So we're very excited to be able to finally talk about our world very directly.
The real gods are coming. They're very angry.
I remember when I was in law school, one of my professors there said, you know, who cares about privacy, right? He's like, it doesn't matter what we do in the privacy of our own homes so long as, you know, you're not breaking any laws or anything. In the time since I graduated from law school, the answer to that has become very, very apparent, right? It's not just a matter of whether you yourself have something to hide. It's a matter of what you're giving away that you don't understand you're giving away. What you're giving away about your acquaintances and your family and your location and all these little tells that people have, and how easily those tells amalgamated can allow for control of both an individual and a culture. It's all facilitated by technologies that are there to make your life easier, but they are listening, and all of that data is being aggregated places. And I sound really paranoid right now, I feel like, and that's It's weird because that's normally your role in this.
You've been watching me.
Not me, but someone. Something has.
Even when we started the show, when we started making the show in 2013, we kind of always felt this way, although we were surprised at how quickly the honeymoon was over with the big technology, big data. Even the people who were the most paranoid or the most pessimistic about what was going to go down with big data did not anticipate it impacting the 2016 elections, did not anticipate the speed with which our world could change. Where we used to imagine that laws would catch up a generation or so later, the laws eventually caught up with the robber barons, the rail barons, the oil barons, and we were able to kind of figure out how to steer these things towards the good of the whole. And so it does really feel like there's an arms race right now in this moment to figure out if the AI is gonna get there first or if society is gonna be able to kind of head them off at the pass. Because it really does feel like a lot of our societal values at this point are really at stake. So I think it's been a wake-up call in the last couple of years for people looking at these questions. These are no longer the questions of science fiction. These are the questions of the here and now.